I'm working on building a new Hoffman Dreadnought guitar. With new guitars, I like to use 3/8" steel dowel pins to locate the bridge. It provides the most repeatable option for keeping the bridge where I want it. The bridge is carefully located on the top, again using Signmaker's transfer tape to mark up the top and avoid damaging the finish. The bridge is then clamped in place while I drill and locate the holes in the top, using the bridge as a drill gun. A sharp scalpel is used to score the finish, and then a small router is used to remove the finish under the bridge, and the top is sanded to 220 grit. It is important to properly sand the top and the bridge shortly before gluing, as oxidization of the wood will weaken the glue joint. There is also an old wives' tale about scoring the bridge to let the glue key into the scores, but research on glue joints has shown that the adhesive joint, i.e. the joint between the wood and the glue, is much stronger than the cohesive joint, which is the bond between the glue and itself. This means that scoring the bridge just reduces the size of the ideal adhesive glue joint, which weakens the connection. The two joints should always mate as well as possible and be freshly sanded. I go back and forth a lot on how I like to clamp bridges to guitars. My father almost always used C-clamps, rejecting his attempts at vacuum clamping, but these days I have a much better pump system and have had very good success with this method. But somehow, I keep going back to C-clamps and cauls. By the way, do you know why they call them C-clamps? Because you can see them! Jokes aside, I have been using a higher strength hide glue for clamping bridges lately. A 315 gram strength glue instead of the 192 I use for most things. This is such a high stress joint, I've been feeling it's a good idea to really do everything I could to make it strong. The difficulty with this glue, however, is that it has a significantly shorter open time than the 192 gram strength glue. It is always important to practice your clamping strategy, even when it is as familiar as this one is to me. I use the same clamps my father used and have been using them for decades. But because of this adhesive, I feel it is critically important to get your clamps preset when using this glue, as well as to preheat the parts being glued together. I leave the bridge sitting on top of the glue pot for 10 minutes and spend a minute or two warming the top of the guitar with a heat gun before I start spreading the glue on both surfaces as quickly as reasonable and getting the clamping in place as quickly as possible. I also use a jack to hold the internal caul until I have the first clamp in place, as my arms are too big to hold the caul while inserting a clamp. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you recognize the C-clamp joke. We have t-shirts on the website and can do same-day setups on Saturdays. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and enjoy your guitar.